Okay, we have a special, very old video, and I think I'm going to start it immediately, but this is quite old. This person was an ace at the time, and Kurtz Cannon wanted to send me some of his spicier battles. He considers Talonflame to be spicy. I'm not sure what rock you're living under, Kurtz, but it actually became one of the most popular Pokemon in the game, got banned from the cup, the Remix Cup, because it was the most popular in Great League, and Talonflame honestly fell from grace because it was like a really, really top pick, and then everybody knew it, and now it's like a Azumarill, where way back in the day, you couldn't build a team without having an Azumarill check on your team. Nowadays, you can get away with it, but now it's like Talonflame. If you're weak to Talonflame, you built a bad team. So anyway, these are still good battles, and I want to cover them, and we know they're good battles because he hit not only Legend later on in the season, but is currently top 500 in the world, and I am begging him to send me some battles from that set, and I'm surprised he's not shielding this because Talonflame has just farmed down an Abomasnow and is about to go on a rampage. He's up a shield with a half-health Talonflame and a Brave Bird ready, and the opponent's just not even sending anything out. Yeah, so Raichu is definitely an easy flame charge. If they shield this, I might even consider swapping if it was me, but he's just going to farm it down. Oh, I don't think he can make it. Oh, yeah, I would let it go. I would let it go. I like to put stake in Talonflame because it's so powerful once it gets that energy, but sometimes you just got to have to count your losses. Okay, so he's going to get some energy in Abomasnow because I would have come in with Kingdra, but with another champ in the back, maybe he can get shields or health with the weather ball and then just swap into Kingdra and you're good to go. I myself have been using Shadow Machamp recently with the Remix Cup. Oh, I didn't put the shadow indicator on Abomasnow. Oh, can I do that in the middle of the game? I think I can. Just a shadow. Boom. I think this is a shadow Abomasnow. I might have completely missed that, but it might not be. I'm not this is one of those things where even in my own battles, I will like completely forget the opponent's team. Like I'll get into the lead and then I'll swap and then just completely forget what Pokemon they led. Does that happen to anybody else? Because I am not a person who has like a bad memory. Okay, that's not Shadow. See, they all look the same to me at a certain point. Sorry about that. But it gets to a point where like you do enough battles, if you do all 5 sets per day, that is, in my brain, 25 battles. That is 75 Pokemon. You just, in one ear out the other, at a certain point, you just stop keeping track of that stuff. And even in this case, like Shadow versus non-Shadow, if I'm not looking for it, it just doesn't ring a bell to me. And I think the opponent had a Shadow Abomasnow there, and that tripped me up. So Alola Ninetales has been a very, very popular pick recently. I have not used it myself recently. I do have a shiny one that I double moved and is ready to go for PvP, and I have used it in the past. But nowadays with Weather Ball, it's quite a bit better than it used to be, and I'm not sure. I've never really had trouble handling it on my teams. Like I said, I've been using Shadow Machamp, and if they have Charm, that's bad, but Rock Slide still hurts, so I've never quite been too scared of A9, but I've definitely seen like pretty much every one of the top 500 battles we've been seeing recently are including Alola Ninetales, so I'm not really sure that I should be sleeping on that one for too much longer. But yeah, I got the attack debuff. That is really, really nice. I'm not even sure. Yeah, I was gonna say this might be worth his shield, bring it into the 1v1, but or at least bring him down a shield, because I think Octazooka would have almost KO'd, but he wanted to farm down with Talonflame. And against a Togekiss, this game is over. He can go completely just straight Flame Charge. He can double shield. It turns out that Ancient Power is such a bad move that in the Ultra League, where he said, okay, I don't want to harp on a typo, but he did call this a Lundo. And I'm seeing that this isn't completely maxed out. Maybe it should be a hundo, I would imagine, if you're running this in Ultra League, but maybe he meant something else by that. You can comment down below if I'm getting that wrong, but I myself have personally not maxed out my Talonflame simply because I'm level 44, and at level 45 or 46, one of the requirements to get to the next level is to max out 3 Pokemon, so I've just been saving it. Anyway, it's just something I've been holding on to, but obviously, of course, with Talonflame with a shield advantage against 2 Pokemon weak to Talonflame, that was a GG and a half. Clefable on the lead. That is okay. You want to keep that away from Kingdra, but Talonflame can handle it really, really well. Energy Ball is not the more energy efficient move to go here. If it gets the defense debuff, there's some argument there, but I would get out of here ASAP as possible. Maybe he's going to drop the Energy Ball, just get some chip damage, and I would personally go into Kingdra. Maybe if he gets the defense drop, he can farm down with Dragon Breath. Oh, he did. There you go. So at this point, I don't think he needs to shield anything. His best bet is essentially just going to be the Octazooka the Charmer that is no doubt going to come in. There's no point in shielding a Kingdra because with the Charmer in the back that is 100% coming in to counter it, there's really not any reason to keep this fish alive. Save both shields for Talonflame, and having experience with Talonflame myself, I can tell you that it is... so this is a great throw because a Charmer isn't going to have to shield this, but Snorlax might just to keep switch advantage. I'm frankly surprised they didn't shield that, but as you can see, Charmer just deletes it, so that was definitely the right place to put that energy. From experience, Snorlax is so tanky that it is one of the strongest checks to a Talonflame, and to get that out of the way is really nice indeed. I would have thrown this immediately just to get that incinerate damage ramped as soon as possible, but either way, this is just the alignment you definitely want. I think the opponent should have fought a little harder for switch advantage because of the fact that this is just exactly the only way that he wins this, is getting Talonflame on Obstagoon where he's resisting the counter damage, and Talonflame is pretty tanky, so it can tank quite a few of those Night Slashes without even worrying about it. I would start shielding here, yeah, because Abomasnow is not going to be able to do too much to Obstagoon so long as he has a shield, and keeping this going is completely fine. You're also not really afraid of a sack swap here because, okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. Maybe he's just getting rid of the Abomasnow. Abomasnow still has play, even against a Charmer. Oh, cross chop. Okay, so the opponent saw that and did not throw the wrong move. But honestly, with Talonflame double attacked buffed right there, that was definitely a good matchup. I don't think he needed to swap, but honestly, there's not really a lot of ways to lose this game because with this situation, I mean, with that much energy, it's game. Yeah, and he's going to farm this down and probably just double Flame Charge. Or he's just going to single Incinerate, and that'll do the trick as well. Yeah, that is one of those games where I think we've all had those. There's like a nice chess quote where the hardest games to win are the hardest games in chess to win are the ones where you're in a winning position, because it can be so satisfying to be in that winning circumstance and then you just throw it because you made a stupid play. I do it plenty personally myself, and oh my goodness, Galarian Stunfisk in Ultra League. I have not ran into many at all. I have not quite played Ultra League that long and a high enough elo to see Galarian Stunfisk. I can assume that rank or ace in this rank was really, really high when he recorded this a few weeks ago, and I think that was. So Galarian Stunfisk is a super, super sweaty Pokemon. It needs to be 100% IVs, maxed out with XL, and Best Buddy if you want to get that extra little bit. I am going to be one of those people quite soon. I'm not even proud of this, but I just finished Best Buddying my Umbreon, and it's not like I wanted a Best Buddy Umbreon. It's just that I figured I should Best Buddy something, and this is it. You know, it's a perfect Umbreon. It'll max out at 24-14, and then with Best Buddy, it's like 24-40 something. One of the tankiest, most annoying Pokemon to run against in Ultra League. And that's one of the reasons I actually don't personally love running a Pokemon like that, is because it is such a sleeper. If you get in a mirror match against Umbreon versus Umbreon, it is disgusting. It is the worst, and it is generally something I try to avoid. So I might not even level up that Umbreon because it's going to be over 400,000 dust. But yeah, in this matchup, I thought it was a little peculiar that he swapped into Kingdra. I think farming down with Talonflame, even if he had to shield a Rock Slide, was probably pretty good. If we had known he had Gallade and Venusaur in the back, then honestly, Talonflame would have been the right move. But this is going to be a GG. Yeah. Close combat is probably the better move to go for there. I don't think Flame Charge KOs here. I feel like he's going to survive with a sliver of HP, even though Gallade's pretty, he is pretty glassy, but I wasn't 100% certain on that. Coming with the Venusaur, that's surprising. I don't know what that shutter is. Is he screenshotting, or is that just him rubbing the edge of the phone? I'm not 100% certain. I am not an iPhone user. Oh, he didn't even have the Stunfisk alive. I'm paying attention. GG once again. I know that I'm not like directly commentating these games, but a lot of these are just really good lineups. I mean, there's just no way you could throw these. You just gotta keep the momentum, keep the alignment you need, and that's been happening a lot in the Remix Cup. I know that the Remix Cup didn't exist when this happened, but honestly, I feel like I'm getting hard countered or I'm winning via hard counters, and I'm not really sure what to go. I'm not really sure why that's happening, but either way, Abomasnow versus Snorlax, super balanced matchup in my opinion. You should be able to spam Weather Balls faster than Body Slam. Did you know that Body Slam is a Weather Ball clone? It's the same thing. Apparently it's the same energy and damage, but Lick generates energy differently than Powder Snow, I think. I'm not 100% certain what the situation is there on that. I'm surprised he went for an Energy Ball, because I think one Energy Ball and one Weather Ball is enough to KO, so maybe he didn't want to throw 3 Weather Balls. And he can start shield baiting now because the Snorlax is so low. That's something I used to do with Giratina. So Giratina with Shadow Claw versus Dragon Breath. if I was up against a Dragon Breath user, because I always prefer Shadow Claw, I would actually build up to 2 Dragon Claws, trying to throw them off energy, throw a Dragon Claw, and then Shadow Claw all the way up until 2 Dragon Claws, because at that health range in that matchup, every the Shadow Claws build up enough damage to where each Dragon Claw would KO. So now I'm throwing the 3 Dragon Claws I have to throw to win that matchup, but I'm throwing that. Did they just switch out versus? Okay. I'm surprised that they left that matchup. I mean, I know that they don't have shields, but Kingdra is one of the hardest counters to Talonflame. It can tank at least 1 Brave Bird, I believe. Oh my goodness, that is a tanky Pokemon. How did he survive that? Holy moly. Is he actually going to lose this game even with 2 Pokemon with no shields? Because Brave Bird is one of those, like, oh my goodness, no way. Please tell me he can get to an Outrage. That is brutal. That is brutal. That is one of the reasons Talonflame is so broken, is because Brave Bird does so much damage even against neutral, and it has a nice 4-1. So thank you for the sets. I am mostly using this as a hype video for the top 500. I cannot wait to see that. And I just lost my train of thought. I was talking about Giratina. Yeah, so I just wanted to finish that thought by saying that when you get to that health range, you know, maybe I'll do some Ultra League gameplay in the future. I can show you guys how to win that Dragon Breath matchup. It's a pretty good way to get some shields. Thank you for the battles. I hope to see more. I'll hopefully pay more attention to the future. I'm going to be recording quite a few today, so if you're watching this as of posting, expect some videos coming out in the future.